Hello all, this is Trusha Patel. Welcome to the video lecture of Syntax Directed Translation Part 1. So in the syntax analysis phase, we are using grammar for checking the syntax. Now during the semantic analysis phase, the semantic rules are associated with the grammars. And this association can be done using syntax directed definition SDD or translation scheme. In both of them syntax directed translation, let us see the conceptual view. First, we will take the input string, we'll construct the parse tree for that. From that, we will compute the dependency graph and at the last, evaluation order using the semantic rule. So start with the SDD, that is syntax directed definition. Now SDD is nothing but the combination of grammar and semantic rule. So let us go in deeper to this. SDD is generalized form of CFG, that is context free grammar, where each grammar symbol, that can be either terminal symbol or the non-terminal symbol, is having some attributes associated to it. Now these attributes can be either string, number, data types, memory location, or whatever you want. And the value of this attribute can be defined by the semantic rule. And depending on that, there are two types of attribute. One is synthesized attribute and second is inherited attribute. So if the value of the attribute is calculated from the child node, then that attribute is called the synthesized attribute. But if the value of the attribute is calculated from the parent node or the sibling, then the attribute is called the inherited attribute. Let us take the example of this. If we have a grammar like capital A gives XY, then the syntax tree can be generated like this. Here A is your parent node, X and Y are the child node. Now as we have said that there will be some attribute associated with each and every symbol of your grammar. Either it can be terminal or the non-terminal symbol. Now if the attribute of capital A is calculated from the attribute of X and Y. So here XY are the child and A is the parent. Then the attribute of A is called the synthesized attribute because its values is calculated from the value of the child node. Or the scenario is different if the value of X attribute and the value of Y attribute is calculated from the attribute value of capital A. Means the attribute of child is calculated from the attribute of parent, then the attributes of X and Y is called the inherited attribute. The another scenario is attribute value of Y is calculated from attribute value of X. So here X and Y are sibling of each other. So in that case also the attribute of Y is called the inherited attribute. Now let us talk about the dependency graph and evaluation order. Go ahead with the one by one scenario. In the first scenario which we have discussed, the attribute of X and Y is calculated from attribute of A. So that attribute of X and Y is dependent on attribute of A. That I have shown using the red color arrow, right? So this red color arrow is indicating the dependency graph. And what should be the evaluation order for this? The attribute of X and Y should be calculated first, and using that the attribute of A will be calculated afterwards. Now in the second scenario, the attribute of X and attribute of Y are calculated using attribute of capital A. So the attribute of x and y are dependent on attribute of a, that I have shown using red color arrow. So that is the dependency graph. And what should be the evaluation order over here? The attribute of a should be calculated first, and using that the attribute of x and y will be calculated. Let us talk about the third scenario. Here the attribute of y is having dependency on attribute of x, and attribute of a is having dependency on the attribute of y. So dependency graph is shown using red color arrow. Now what should be the evaluation order? First we have to calculate the attribute of x. Using that we can compute the attribute of y, and using that we can compute the attribute of a. Now let us talk about the parse tree, annotated parse tree and annotating process. Now on the left hand side we have generated just the parse tree that capital A is replaced with x and y. So this is called a parse tree. But if in a parse tree we are indicating the attributes of each symbol along with the values which I have shown on the right hand side, then that parse tree is called the annotated parse tree. And the process of doing this annotation in the parse tree is called the annotating. So that's it about the today's lecture. We'll be back with the part 2 of SDT. Thank you.